Welcome everybody to Music is Everything, where all the talk is music and life, etc. Today we're gonna be talking about a very, very good album. But first, let me introduce my co-host, the Mac Diva.
What's up, everybody? It is the Mac Diva. Y'all know what time it is. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing over there, Mr. Knight?
Hey, it's all good
Don't
over here.
you get on and start drinking your water. Don't nobody care that your insides is healthy.
Shit, who said that?
Try to get on here drinking water.
Hey,
ain't gonna do nothing for you in the process.
Yeah, I'm trying to. You know, my inside is white people feet in the snow.
What can I say? I done turned 50 and I got the stomach of a 20-year-old cat.
Damn. Anyway,
after 7, you'll be like this all night long.
I ain't even talking about my stomach, so. Anyway, it ain't.
I moved it.
Have a conversation. Now, for those who don't know me and the Mac Diva, oh man, we've been rolling for how long? Since what?
Oh my God,
93 something like that.
Well, something like that. Well, like that. About 30.
Yeah. I want to say what's up to our comrades, Rick Tillman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my homeboy, Donna Cool Breeze Vaughn.
Could not leave out Cool Breeze. We missing some of my subjects.
Man, we miss y'all so much. So what album you want to talk about today?
Boom. This guy.
There it is right there. Woo, you picked you picked a hell of one to lead off with.
Yeah, this is a great one to lead off with because first of all, Stevie is amazing. You already know that he does his thing. Second, because once you open it up and you get all in here, there are hardly any credits because he write, produce, arrange everything, music and all by Stevie, which is always a good thing. But I want to jump right in because when we start, I want to go through kind of each track, just to set the bar, just to talk about how amazing each song was. They actually have a little podcast type documentary they did. It's a certain I really apologize for not remembering what it was. He's a popular reporter, and he did a thing that combined all the interviews he ever had done with and on about Stevie. And so they talked about what this 5 record streak that he had, and they cut it off at Hotter Than July. So there was where the conversation came in that actually they shouldn't have cut it off there. You know what I mean? Because they didn't really get the life of plants, but that was something that spoke, I found out, more to children because the sounds made children feel a certain type of way. But it did have Someone You Love on there, so I ain't gonna count that out either. This, on the other hand, actually was a compilation of hit after hit after hit after hit. Unfortunately, most people didn't even recognize anything but Happy Birthday, and not lately until Casey and JoJo got it. You know what I mean? But it still was.
It's like the younger crowd, though, right? Because
I'm just talking about once everything started to renew itself. Into comedy, into the later culture, then they started understanding. But if you had a good upbringing, then you already knew this from the get-go.
Yeah.
So the first song I just really want to talk about, really, As If You Read My Mind. I won't say hands down the best song on the album, but it was definitely one of the best. Do you remember it? I know you did your homework.
What are you gonna say? I know which one I like the most, but which one you talking
about? Pot Bastard.
There you go.
Pot Bastard. No, we ain't starting. We because we can do that all day long.
Church ahead.
But that was one of my favorite songs on the album because it was so clearly Stevie, and it had so he got his harmonica in there. He got to do his harmonica thing in there. Anything with that, I always love and appreciate it. As if you read my mind.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay.
It's in the side one. Ain't gonna stand for it.
Oh yeah, that's
the country song.
That's the love song, eh?
Yeah, the country song. Yeah. I ain't gonna stand for it. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the love
song. And a lot
of
people was like, "Damn, I didn't know Stevie did country." I'm like, boy, bye. I can't be involved with that kind of.
Do they know where country actually came from? You know what I'm saying? Okay. That's going deeper.
If they did, it wouldn't be so surprising that black people do country. I don't know why it's only a big thing right now because Beyonce did something, and now people who swear the world didn't exist before this woman started talking,
right?
Think like it's a big thing, but it's not. We already been doing that for years.
Country, bluegrass, all that. So okay.
We're everywhere. They can't get rid of us. We everywhere but climbing the Capitol.
You didn't land on Plymouth Rock.
It doesn't matter where I go. No religion, no politics. That's my thing. I don't. No matter where I'm going, what I'm doing. Let me stop playing because that ain't really actually politics. That's just funny shit. But I'm gonna leave it alone because everybody don't see it that way. It's just some funny shit. Really,
man, if they don't agree with you, they talking about what you said they don't like. Guess who problem that is?
I mean, it's okay because when it comes to things that are political, when it comes to things like that, either you political or you not, and I'm not. So everything on both sides is funny as shit to me, and nobody understands that. They always feel like if you ain't one, you got to be the other, and that's not me. So I just don't discuss it.
But leave that political stuff alone.
Yeah, because me, if you
it's the same bird. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if the left wing or the white wing. It's the same.
I'm a precious mama, dummy bitch. I'm call you a dummy bitch.
All right, so we got As You Read My Mind, the country slow song. That's your number one on the
album? I ain't gonna stand for it. I ain't gonna stand for it. Is the country joint.
Oh, okay.
But it's okay because if you had to pick one off the album,
if
you had to pick one off the album, what would be the one? Huh?
That'll be that I ain't gonna stand for is a do dirty song. You know what I'm saying? One of them low
yes. Because he basically saying, I don't even want to believe that you dirty, but I ain't gonna stand for that shit. That's just what it is. I ain't trying to believe what they telling me. But somebody
hey man, you
said somebody's shoe was under my man. He's a genius though. Anyway, see, I could spend all day talking about Stevie. That's probably why I picked this record because it is really
the one you used to,
it's really memorable to me.
This your favorite album of all time, man? This got to be your favorite album because this is the one you always used to go to.
I don't know. I always say I ain't got no favorite.
But Stevie Holland in July, you know what I'm saying?
That and Songs in the Key of Life, because those are both. But this one more so because I could actually put that on and flip it again and flip it again and flip it again and don't feel the need to be like, oh, go skip that one.
Yeah,
I can go for the whole thing. Cash in your face. Stevie been talking about that shit for a long time. And I wonder why don't nobody run for him like Ice Cube always talk about, the law and, injustices. But when he got loud, nobody tripped off of it till he said something about Trump. And then everybody was like, I used to like him. And I'm like, nah, you didn't. You liked the little trippy nigga that was being funny in the movie. Because if you was a fan, you would have heard him a long time ago on America KKKAS Most Wanted. Right?
Right. That might
but
be
they ain't ready for that conversation.
You know what I'm saying?
They're not ready for that conversation.
Anyway.
Because they was really like, I used to be a fan until you dude. Was you a fan though? Because he been pro-black his whole entire career.
You keep freezing.
I be going too far.
Yeah, you keep freezing.
Okay. Well, I'm not freezing on me. I'm freezing on you.
Damn, we don't need that. We don't need any freezing. Anyway, I just want to ask you a question.
Yes.
See, now you don't make me forget the damn question. Anyway, about the album, you can listen to it all the way through. You think is there any albums out today that you think that you can listen to all the way through? R&B. October London. I like him.
I love him. I love him a lot, and it ain't because some of the songs I found that I appreciate him singing the most, he's not sounding like Marvin Gaye. He just has the ability to do that, and that's cool. But he can do he has his own voice outside of that. Yeah. And I don't even think a lot of people know that. But yeah, I can rock with October London all day long. Other than that, I have to totally leave the category of R&B and go into like Boney James or some shit like that, because
Boney James, R&B, they're gonna say that's jazz.
Yeah, man. I feel like he's jazz. Yeah, that's what I said. I would have to leave the category James when it comes to anything that I can listen to straight through. There's nothing new that I can put on. It's impossible.
Hey,
because I'm only gonna like the first, 5th, and 10th song.
I don't know what went on, but you keep freezing up. But that's okay, because we're gonna keep this train rolling. Now give me another song off the album. Let's roll with another.
Yeah, because you'll be able to go ahead and take care of that. Okay. Well, let's talk about your favorite. All I Do. Because you know, that's one of them things where it was beautiful, but the instruments were perfectly placed, and every part of that song was vital to the creation of that song.
Yeah,
especially the little hi-hat the whole time. Like every part of it was totally essential to making that song exactly what it was. I don't think that if I stripped any part of it, that it wouldn't be like, I don't even miss that.
Right.
Sometimes you take something out of the song, you be like, it's still good without that. Every part of that song to me was essential to being there. Even the way he laid down the notes and the ad-libs was absolutely incredible.
And then what a lot of people don't know, the background vocals that's flashing at the bottom of the screen now. I had the liberty of looking that up and seeing who did that.
Right.
Eddie Levert, Walter Williams of Levert, the group Levert, Michael Jackson, and the great Betty White all provided background vocals for that song. And you can hear that too.
Because Stevie was famous for just slapping some folks in a booth and telling them what to do.
Right.
He used to be like, go on. But yeah, that was the shit.
Yeah,
I found that out. I wish I could remember what that was that I was listening to. Whatever it is, it's on audiobooks. Because I was driving and listening to it, and that's when I found out that in That Girl, to tell her that I love her, and I want her. Okay, that right there. Mm-hmm. All of that is Denise Williams. He just told her, go in the booth and sing me an A. Go in there and sing me this. And then he stacked them all together to make that one sound that now sounds like an instrument, but that's actually Denise Williams at different tones.
That's a technique Michael Jackson used too, because you listen to his songs, he doing his background vocals
all the time.
Yeah.
Luther was like that too.
Who?
Luther Vandross.
Yeah,
he did a lot of his background vocals.
I don't know. Side note, but I don't know what Billboard. I mean, not Billboard. Whatever it was that put him at the 53rd greatest singer of all time.
Don't tell me it was Rolling Stone. It had to be Rolling Stone or Billboard.
It was one of them. I don't know which one it was, but I was like, who the hell is number one?
If it was Rolling Stone, who's at the top? Perry Como? Goddamn it, Jerry Vale. Who was it? Not that I don't like Jerry Vale, because I got his records over here too.
Right. But damn, who sings better than Luther, man?
Man. And who can just walk on the set and start belting and it'd be perfect. like it's rehearsed. You got to remember, like when he walked on Arsenio Hall and just started singing. Like, dude, who does that? Everybody got to get ready, even when they was on video. So In Vogue had to get ready.
Yeah. I'm gonna find out what list that was on, and then we're gonna do a whole show on top.
More than likely, Rollers. Wait, Billboard, but did you see they top 100 rappers? This is why you can't trust that shit. No.
I can sit
in
down.
No world ever is any female rapper from any era above Lil' Kim. Let me take that back. I could actually not say that. I can say in the new area, anything that came 1999 and better, there's not a person that was better than Lil' Kim in that. Especially not none of these 2000 people. Just not buying it.
Blow you up to your girl like an armored grenade. I like that line. That was dope.
Yeah, with the marmalade. Oh, that's my bitch. That's my nigga right there.
Yeah.
I love that hit. But then every time that they compare people, then they always leave because you get some. They had the top X amount of rappers. Heavy D wasn't even on it. I don't know where Will Smith was, but I believe that he's like one of the most slept on motherfuckers all the time because Will is a lyricist.
Yeah.
I don't care about I don't care about his home life and if his wife cut her hair off or if she got vitiligo or impetigo, whatever made her hair fall out. But whatever it is, I don't care about none of that. Will is a lyricist. He's one of the couple that ever have been. Will is fucking awesome. And we know that for to be
16. Yeah. We remember the girls in the world ain't nothing but trouble and all that.
I mean, when they first came out, and then we already know Jazz is like the best J ever.
The brand new funk.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man.
Mm-hmm.
Nightmare on my.
He can speed up the flow and slow it down and make it go however he needed to go in the song. And like I said, we know Jazz. I don't give a fuck, and I love Red Alert and all of them other people. But they want to complain and say that this is stuff they was doing at house parties. But Jazz was the first one that I ever heard transform like that. So much that you put it in the song and called it a transformer and made it transform. Oh my God.
DJ show we did. It's on. It's on the Serious Funny page. But anyway, Jazzy Jeff.
No, see, that's the stuff people trying to edit out. Everybody know you stutter, nigga. Get excited. For 30 minutes.
Hey, they lucky they can understand me. See, you know how I bumble all the time.
Indeed.
But it was Jazzy Jeff and DJ Cash Money started both from Philly too.
Oh,
so we're gonna say that Philly started the transforming.
Yeah, absolutely. But as soon as you said Cash Money, what popped in my mind?
The ugly people being quiet.
Yes.
It's on the wall. It's still
Cash Money and Marvelous.
Podcast.
Oh, y'all in here.
Let's go with another song. Mac Diva.
Rocket Love, of course.
Rocket Love.
He
did all the stuff.
You read my mind was cold because of the musical ability of it. It pushed it along. I loved it. Like I said, it had the harmonica and all of that stuff in it. He had an extended harmonica solo in that. But Rocket Love is my favorite. It's my absolute favorite. Because those instruments walked you through that song and made you feel the feeling. From when it comes on at the beginning, you feel like you out of space. It feels like out of space. It feels like darkness and stars. Man, you need a way to play this because we should be letting them hear this shit.
Yeah.
That's
without getting, in trouble.
All the background shit.
Yeah. Now we gotta figure
that's
out.
Right. And then you know what? That's right. And don't even edit that out. Whenever you do it, just don't, because that's the shit to let you know we just getting started. It's gonna be good though.
Yeah, we just getting started. Yeah,
in a minute we'll be able to make all of that possible. But I feel like while I'm sitting here and now my leg don't start jumping and shit because I'm thinking about that song. Oh, I really need them to hear that. So that I'm not over here going through all of this shit by myself.
That's something to let them get going. You know what I'm saying? Let them
Get familiar with it, because I have people that are around me that I will say, oh, and watch this. And there'll be something, and it's people older than me that's like, I done heard this song a gazillion times and I ain't never heard that. I ain't never, because if you listen to the music in all of its pieces, you can hear a different song. You can play it 5 times and hear a different song every time. And when you mellow it together, it's just like incredible. And that's just the way I hear it. I can't help that. I hear everything separate, and then I follow the one I like the most.
Just like in the movie, you look for the littlest, stupidest thing, and we jump on it. We always been like that. Me, you, Danielle, Stan, all of them. That's just what we do.
So when you walk, say the weirdest, dumbest, stupidest part of this movie, only certain motherfuckers are gonna get it. Well, I mean, you know, TV shows and everything.
Yep, only certain people gonna get it. Yep.
Right. Yeah, I put my feet on the nigga's couch. Even when somebody talking about me and they ask me a question and I say I do, they don't get that. Samaria be like, oh shit, you got glaucoma. Like, even my kids know.
Yeah.
I don't put them up too. They raise just like that. They do the same thing. Motherfuckers walk around and talk.
My girls do that.
Talk movie and song all day long.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers say you're real, real.
Does that make us bad parents?
No, it makes me proud of them. I got a little story. Actually, it's a Stevie story, so it works perfectly. I know I probably told you about this long when it happened, because Samaria is 31 right now, and when she was like in I want to say she was in the 3rd or 4th grade, and they put on this thing, and it was an ode to music. So each class came out and performed, and it just so happened that when I got there, I'm like listening to everybody talk. Look at the little girl back there, because their song for her class was Sir Duke, and everybody was up there like a fucking robot, and your girl was up there like singing every word, but you can tell mouthing it because she's singing it like he sung it, and the other kids are just standing there all stiff trying to do it, and everybody's like, look at the little girl.
Yeah, they know what you're talking about.
Okay.
My nephew do that quiz. Yeah, he was like, Uncle, I remember you just playing all this music for me, and got us listening to music all the time, and now I know where this sample comes from and that sample comes from. I said, yep, because you know I had them up in the that 76. Remember that that 76 Grand Prix I used to drive, the orange one. Thank you, Big Mo. That was my brother. Sleep easy.
Okay, those Big Mo, you had every Huggy made sure you done had all kind of cars.
Yeah, he did, man. He did.
And every one of them had been in style at one point or another.
Yep.
Oh shit, I forgot to turn my ringer off.
See, we just average people having average healthy conversation.
And I had to turn it off. Don't nobody want to hear the Pink Panther playing.
No, damn, man, this ain't no bullfight. Oh man. All right. What about lately? Is that one of your favorite one?
Lately is good. It's heartbreaking though, because you can actually feel what he's going through, even though when we was kids, right? Because this came out in 80. You know what I'm saying? I'm 75, baby, so I've been listening to this shit a long time. This it was amazing, because I don't think there was ever a time when I didn't know he was blind. So of course, you know, I was always with Sheila and Steve, and Steve used to be like, now how is he in the mirror picking himself apart, staring in it, and he can't see?
Damn, Steve.
Hey, we was kids. We was little kids. You know what I'm saying? We was stating the obvious facts. The words meant, because I mean, just my connection with music in general, period. like it was shit that could make me cry before I had ever felt those feelings because I could feel the notes being sang and I was in it. I hadn't had none of them experiences yet.
That was music then, though. That was music back then.
Yeah, because that's what it was designed to do to you.
Man,
after the early 90s, after the early 90s R&B, we really fell off.
I probably shouldn't say this, but man, when I was looking at Donna Summer on that "Love to Love You, Baby," I'm looking at her like, oh, Donna Summer she was it, man.
No, you wasn't supposed to be doing that. She was a boy,
itty bitty boy. Hey, but I was a little bit project boy, so we was a little more advanced than a lot of other kids.
Just hunching poles.
BB bushes. Hide and go get.
Oh my God! Shut up! This motherfucker said BB bushes.
BB bushes. See, a lot of people ain't gonna even know what we talking about. You know what I'm saying? BB bushes.
But what I'm tripping for, we vibing for the ones who are. We vibing for the ones who are. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
They done made everything a competition.
If you don't get it, go on with it.
Don't worry about it.
Don't even worry about it. Yeah. If you don't get it, don't even worry
That's
about it.
why I just had to stop. Like,
your childhood.
We doing this for the ones that want to have a good time thinking about music and the way shit was, how we grow up. That's important to me because I do want to let anybody know that's watching this that is not of our time, that you getting bamboozled in the grocery store because the Salisbury steak stopped being real when the pan wasn't aluminum no more.
Right.
I think about the way that shit even cooked in that pan. It looked totally different. The gravy and everything. I'm like, what is this big old thick brown cloudy stuff in here? Don't eat that shit.
They think that luncheon meat is real meat.
Okay, your ass don't fuck around and turn into a frog.
Man. Lately I've had the strangest feeling.
He put his heart and soul in it.
I did too, and I'm out of breath.
You hear Michael Jackson cracking at the end of "She's Out of My Life." When you hear his voice crackle at the end of "She's Out of My Life,"
we gonna get on that. We gonna get on that. We probably do that one next.
But they brought emotion to the song. They weren't trying to sing the song and beg for some shit and pouring out the emotions. The begging era was strictly like the late 80s and early 90s. That was the begging era, and then now we got into the let me slide up in you and bang.
Like
that ain't even sex.
They don't even ask. I feel bad for the women. I'm like, dude, they don't even ask no more. You know what I mean? They don't even hey, they don't even ask no more, man. They just like, I'm shit. And the women.
Oh my God, don't do that.
They don't have to wear nothing.
And then those are one side and be asshole naked talking about sucking dick and shit all the time, and then when somebody run up on him and touch him, he ain't got the right to touch me. I can wear what I want to wear and say, but look how you presented that shit. What did you expect? I'm not victim shaming because that's what they do. Actually, I don't give a fuck what you think. Here's the thing. I mean, if you expect a certain reaction, then you have to present yourself a certain way. Nobody's gonna watch you come in here with your ass and titties out, twerking and popping and talking about fucking and sucking and then think she's such a nice lady. But maybe I should respect her.
let me go a little further. Ain't nobody gonna like it, but then got the nerve to want somebody to marry that funky butt.
Okay.
He got to be 6 feet, 6 figures. You know what I'm saying? Do you
Why the whole time she's the village bicycle?
Everybody gets a turn. Hey, we ain't gonna even get this show off the ground fast, man.
Right, we ain't even. Right. We started talking about one album. I mean, that's like I mean, it is what it is. We're just having a conversation out loud for everybody to see.
Conversation. I'm gonna have to get there and put that on.
Yeah, we need to go to what you call Republic Tea and make them T-shirts.
Yeah,
Have his ass sitting on it too.
All right, Mac Diva, give me another one.
Okay, we already talked about Cash in Your Face, right? Well, how could I forget that?
Nope.
Did I hear you say you love me?
Nope.
That's the shit. That's the start of the album, and it's the coldest thing because it comes in real quiet. You don't even hear it coming on till they get into it. Did I hear you say you love? That was the best thing he could have started the album with.
Yeah.
You saw. Didn't just get loud. That's my shit right there. That's my shit. I absolutely love that. I love this whole album. I'm gonna stop saying that because then I start looking like
the whole album.
Understand, people. I can't have a favorite. What?
And that's how we used to do the albums back then. If you can listen to it all the way through, you got a good album. If you got to skip, man, that album sucked.
Yeah, so it was doing fine. In the 80s, I was able to do that fine when we had Guy and shit like that. I was able to do that fine, and Jodeci and carrying on. And then it just kind of stopped. I'm gonna say, like after Jagged Edge, I don't think it was really too many more than, but I do, like I said, like this boy October. I'm all over him.
October.
And I appreciate him for coming out and thinking it was okay to sound classic and jazzy.
Yeah.
And like Sacred Souls when they did Can I Call You Rose? Have you heard that whole album? Oh man. That whole album is nostalgia and I love it. And the reason why I loved it so much, number one, because it was really good music. Number two, because I'm hoping that since everybody wants to jump on a trend, they jump on it like they jumped on that mumble rap bullshit and they start creating better music. And that's why I have to say, Lenny Williams. I just got finished talking about him. You saw me doing a thing somewhere else and I was talking about Lenny Williams. I'm so mad that he thought he had to conform to the mumble kind of singing to make a record. Dude, you're 80. You should not be talking about A Baby Ain't Yours because it was a one night stand. What the fuck are you talking about? You ain't heard it.
I ain't heard
Oh my God.
I don't know how to listen to that. I go back.
Oh my God.
I listen to other music. I go back to the old stuff. Let me ask you this.
Oh my God.
What decade was the best music in your brain? I'm thinking the 70s had the best music.
I think it's a tussle between the 70s and the 80s for me.
That's what
because we had a lot because it became more of in the 80s it became more, it was a whole lot less segregated, especially with the rise of MTV and where when we wanted to watch a video we only had access to certain things because they didn't play. I think the only thing I ever saw on in the 80s, only thing I ever really saw that was black on MTV was Pass the Dutchie. I think it's the only thing I saw that was black on MTV.
First video was Earth, Wind and Fire, wasn't it? Let's Groove.
On MTV?
Yeah. They had them space costumes. Let's groove tonight. And Vernon.
Right. I think the first you forgot the 5 here. The first when I remember I think the first video I ever saw on there was Pass the Dutchie.
What was a banger? Pass the Dutchie on the left hand side.
I said
I don't know what I don't have the lyrics. I know the music.
It's in here.
But
you sound like you going on Criminal Minded on 9mm.
That was a jam, man. That was a jam. But
yes, it was.
MTV wouldn't play black videos then.
Right. That's why I said I think that's the only one. So it became.
Jackson, I'm going to say how Michael Jackson did. Mm-hmm. You want to go ahead?
But music was just a whole lot more blended then. So then that's when it became a first thing when you didn't really have to sound a certain way. You just had to make something good. Because it was not a problem for me to be in my room and be banging rap and and the rhythmics and shit like that. That was not a problem.
Yeah.
Not a problem now.
But
Okay.
let me say about the 70s. The 70s had rock was banging then. You know what I'm saying? The funk bands was funk was getting down. Disco was huge in the 70s. Well, they came and went.
It was huge in the late 70s and early 80s. Still dominated the 80s.
Yeah. And then you had the start of hip hop.
Damn, do the hustle. That's some smooth shit.
that was a jam.
And welcome every time that's why I put it out, because every time I watch Boogie Nights, I get the full experience of the 70s. And I be in here watching that time and time again.
Yeah, we have some good music on. It's a whole lot of 70s movies that the blacks made. Some awesome movies, man. Them some awesome movies. Oh yeah, I watched these. I was in the fucking cigar bar the other night watching JD's Revenge. Wow. That's some nostalgic shit right there. That's what it is. Well, I like the 70s music, and of course I like the 80s because you had that battle going on. You team Prince or you team Michael Jackson? You know what I'm saying? I never picked that. I jammed with both of them. I jammed with both of them. I messed with both of them. Yeah, I was never gonna choose between them, and I still won't to this day, because if you really into the music and the artistry, you understand that they are two different types of entertainers. They're not even the same thing. They shouldn't be pit against each other. All right. Well, let's go and finish this list up right quick, because I know we run out of time. So what you got now? The only one that's left is Happy Birthday. Master Blaster. Jamming. Oh yeah, I didn't do that. Yeah. That made me go study some shit, to be honest. Because he said they agreed to get together, join as children in Jah. I wasn't raised on the regular Christian shit. I had to go study that shit. I needed to know what that was, because I wanted to make sure I was saying it right. And I started learning. Oh, okay, so it's more than one. You know what I'm saying? Depending on where you from, that's who he is. Okay. I had to send me to go studying. Because I'm like, I know he didn't just say that. Then I flipped open the cover, and I'm like, he did say join as children in Jah. Who is J-A-H? But it was a good experience. That's my cousin. And them. Yeah, that's my cousin them. How your mama them? Yeah. Damn. And that brought my pen. That is an ode to like you see at the bottom of the screen. He did write that into an ode to Bob Marley. So yep. And it's a rumor, it's alleged, but it's not true. It's a myth that they found 19 different things of lice, species of lice in his dreadlock. That ain't true. So let's just dispel that right now. Wait a minute, what? Yeah, they were trying to say they found, after he died, they found like 19 species of lice in Bob Marley's dreadlocks, which ain't true. It ain't true. Don't give me started. Okay. Now, happy birthday. Happy birthday. That's one of the top, that's the top, arguably, you know what I'm saying, the top birthday song ever. Yeah, because she's, especially for black people, we don't care who birthday it is. Everybody, that's the way they sang it. Yeah. For years, and my kids did that. Somebody sang it to them some other way. They like, hey, did you hear how they say happy birthday? They got happy birthday wrong. It was a while they had to go to one of their white friends' house, but they was like, they didn't sing happy birthday like we sing happy birthday. It was weird. Yeah, that's, like I said, that's arguably the best birthday song. To us, that's the best one. No, right. Oh, we didn't do like you either. Huh? We didn't do like you either. Oh yeah. Well, and I love it because he's a storyteller. Yeah, go get the album, go buy it, or you know, stream it. You know what I'm saying? Whatever they do it now, it's a
Oh
great
yeah,
album.
because now they don't have to do all that. They can just go to Apple Music or Amazon Music and just listen to the shit. Remember all them CDs I had chasing them CDs? You remember how
I had
many
one of them, and
CDs?
remember how we used to be in Phono Lux doing this all day? Man, I go to Tower Records, I write this, and my daughter with me said, "Daddy, I'm ready to go." You know,
And we still just be out shopping. And that's how I did. That's why I'm in here now. So I mean, every now I done got to the point within the collection where anything that I'm looking for is something that just hits my mind that I don't have it, which is not easy at this point.
right.
But it's some stuff I don't have. I gotta go down and make sure I got some collections, like the individual albums of different things instead of like greatest hits or something like that.
It ain't the same no more. I used to like to open and read. I used to read who wrote it, who did it, who played the drums, who was
And
on
it's why
percussion.
even right now, some of the stuff that I get, I have to go look like on Discogs and stuff, and I end up paying a little bit for them sometimes. But when I go get them, it is a must for me that I have a first pressing in the original cover. I'm not just gonna go buy that new shit. I ain't with it. I'm not in it for that. You know what I mean? But everything I go, I'd be like, so this was released when? This is the first, because it'll tell you on there if it was the first pressing or if it was reissued and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
And that's important. I don't feel like I want it if it's gonna be just something that they just made last week. There's no value in that.
Right. Well, we would like for everybody to like, share, and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Hey, leave us a message in the comments. Tell us what albums you want us to look at. You know what I'm saying? Tell us what you think about it. Hey,
go through and see how you feel about them.
Yeah, man. But we appreciate you, everybody. You know, make sure you like, subscribe, and don't forget to share. You got anything to say to him, Mac Diva?
Absolutely. No. Peace out. Y'all know what time it is.
Word, and
unless I'm talking about something I really want to be talking about. I hate saying bye to people.
And we out of here, y'all.
All right now.